We must pay much closer attention to what we have heard. If we're going to pay attention, we have to know what it is that we're paying attention to. So what have we heard? The Lord is good, and His steadfast love endures forever. We've heard that He is with us always, even to the end of the age, that He will never leave us nor forsake us. We've heard that He does all things well, that we can be still because He will be glorified. He will be exalted in all the nations of all the earth. We have heard that He is able to save us to the uttermost, that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever, that He is making all things new. We have heard that He is faithful and sovereign, gracious and kind, that He is our God and we are His people, the sheep of His pasture. We have heard that in our divine knowledge of Him, we have everything needed for life and godliness. We have heard that He is coming again, and when He does, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord, and He will judge all flesh. We have heard that the heavens will pass away with a roar. The sun, moon, and stars will melt and dissolve, and the earth will be burned up. That there will be a new heaven and a new earth, and the new Jerusalem will come down out of heaven from God, and the dwelling place of God will be with man, and forever He will be our God, and we will be His people. What would it look like if we paid much closer attention to these things? Because if we're honest, those aren't really the things we pay the most attention to, right? If we just listen to our conversations, we're paying a lot of attention to the politics. We pay a lot of attention to our jobs, to our frustrations, to our flesh, to our spouses, and all of those things are important. The problem is we put them in positions that they don't belong in. And so they stop being important and they start being suffocating because we put them where they don't belong. And now they're laying on us rather than us just giving them some attention. They're now pushing us down because we have not lifted Jesus to the place that He belongs. What would it look like if we paid much closer attention to these things? We worry so much about the when and the why and the how that we forget that He is who He says He is. The truth is, we might not know God's calendar, but we know His character. We may not always understand God's ways, but we can be sure of His heart. We may not even like how He leads, but we can be confident that we are in His hands. Are we? We have to keep asking ourselves and examining ourselves. Are we paying much closer attention to what we have heard?